Hello and welcome to another multiplayer battle on Call of War Beginning of the End Times. Today we have a battle, free for all, between me as the Dogs of War. We have the Hash-slinging Slasher as Nuln of Visenland, and we have Giardo as Stirland. So it's like a human showdown between the three human armies. Let's go through the army compositions. I went for a kind of golden armour themed army. I like the Dogs of War unit models. I think they look sweet. You've got the Rico's Republican Guard with their gold armour that says it's the best armour in the whole of the old world. I don't know if that's true. That's their little text description. Then you've got the gold Braganza's Besiegers. Then you've got Pizarro's Lost Legion, which are like sort of Conquistador style units, I think. There's a very heavy Spanish and Italian influence in the Dogs of War armies. You've got the Estalian Caballeros. I've got a unit of Ragnar's Wolves because I think they look sweet. They're really cool with the wolf pelts and the horned helmets. More Caballeros. They are literally Conquistadors as well, but they've got lances. Very nice unit. I've also got some of the Bandoleros Gringos, which are gunpowder musket Spanish style conquistadors. So I went for a very conquistador golden army mercenary style theme with the Dogs of War. And now we go over to Hash-slinging Slasher, who's got an absolute mint of artillery. He's got the Nuln Great Cannon, which is their unique artillery piece. He's got Hellstorm rocket batteries and another Nuln Great Cannon. So we'll see if that forces Stirland to commit his troops. He's got a pretty standard issue, the Empire Army. What else has he got? He's got the Lumpens fighting cocks, which are the little hobbits. I've never seen anybody bring the little hobbits before. That's cool. Don't know if they're any good or not, but anyway. They've got the Wallator of Sigmar. He's got great swords. He's got the Stern Tower Marksman, which I think are the unique crossbow unit of Visenland. So we'll see what they've got. I don't know if he's got any repeater handguns. He's got the Nuln Pikemen, which are they've got three unique units. They've got the Nuln Great Cannon. He's got the Nuln Pikemen, and he's got the Visen Tower or Stern Tower Marksman. I think that's their three unique units. He's got a unit of Pistoliers on the flank, ready to swoop in. Now we go over to Stirland, and they've got a number of unique units as well. They've got the Scarlet Guard, which are a halberd unit. He's got an artillery piece. He's got a Hellstorm rocket battery, and he's got great swords. He's got Knights of the Raven, which look absolutely sweet. If I can get a good close up of them, they've got sort of like silver death masks. They're very like the Immortals of Persia, I think, with the skull masks. He's got Gold Lion, and he's got Hunters of Sigmar, which I think are I thought they were dual wielding hand weapons, but they've got a shield. Knights of the Raven are a missile cavalry unit, but they can fight very well in melee. And he's got two of the halberd Demigryphs, which are unique units to 1.5 beta. Again, my text files weren't in place for these battles, so he's also got another unique halberd unit, still on musket 2. He's got the Hillhuntins Redeemers, and they seem to have a warrior priest leading them. So I don't know much about this unit. If anybody knows anything about the lore of that unit, feel free to leave comments to explain to people what they are. The Empire's got a lot of flavour. Anyway, enough rambling on. Let's get on with the battle. So these two armies have set up across for each other. I deployed a wee bit further back because I wasn't sure who's going to line up against me. The Hellstorm's Pistoliers are coming in. We'll see how effective the Nuln Great Cannons are, but these two, Stirland and Visenland, are going to get dragged into an artillery war. It was a little laggy, but they're exchanging Hellstorm rocket batteries. I think a lot of these are actually hitting each other mid-air, funnily enough, which is unusual, but it's still devastating. His lines have been, he's wisely spread out to his wings, which is what you want to do when you're under artillery attack. You don't want him concentrating and killing your blobs He's running up the handgunners. I think the other guy took an equally bad artillery volley from the Hellstorm, which just shows you the power of it. He's only got one unit of them as well, and he's firing away with these non-great cannons. So this is going to force Stirland to advance on him. He's just getting devastating artillery. This is like a no rules game, so there was no cap on artillery or anything. I don't think there should be, because the artillery is easy enough to counter if you have cavalry, if you attack it in the right positions. Well, he's also got the Nuln Guards, which are the halberd wielding dudes of Visenland, so they're pretty cool. All the while firing more volleys. Scarlet Guard incoming. And I'm just slowly advancing with it. There we go, I've got trebuchet fire. Noticing that Visenland had a superior artillery advantage, I'm going to target his left wing with the trebuchets. Because I don't think Dogs of War can bring the Grudgebringer cannon. I was wanting to bring cannons, but I didn't get, there wasn't the option to bring cannons, so I had to bring trebuchets instead. I actually thought there was a Bright Wizard in here, because there was so much artillery going off. But it turns out there wasn't. Or there wasn't. Let's see. Now there's Hunters of Sigmar charging in the Knights of the Sun, or engaging the Hunters of Sigmar. They've got great sword support. All the while my trebuchets are firing. I think there is actually a Bright Wizard, but I can't spot him. Don't know where he is. I've got my cavalry and the Rico's Republican Guard. I decided to send in all my Knights of Origio to support this fight, because they're the fastest units. My pikes are slow moving, trebuchets are slow, and I need to support the handguns, the Gringos, with the Caballeros Gringos. I think I send in the cavalry soon enough. But these guys have just determined to kill each other. The Empire just despise each other. It must be a state war. And the Dogs of War are the mercenaries, and they're just coming in to pay or just attack whoever's there, because they didn't pay the mercenary fees for the Dogs of War. So I think this is a cool little scenario. And I've got my cavalry sort of running around the wing. Got the Ragnar's Wolves and the Caballeros going in for a charge on the Demigryphs. Or the wee hobbits in the back here, poor little hobbits getting run down. I've got my, oh look at that shot, took out two of the Demigryphs. I think I might artillery more men here, because I was targeting this middle war altar. So I might, friendly fire coming in. Here comes the Knights of Origio, and they're getting ready to engage. See, I think I killed about half my cavalry unit with that shot there, but I'm getting shots off on him as well. There's another Knight's Raven goes down, losing models, lost about 4 models. He charged me in the rear with the Inner Circle Knights. Also my Pholen's Venerators, which are my cool general, is coming in to support that and charge the Inner Circle Knights. So I'm getting stuck in. I was a wee bit slow to advance, but I'm getting stuck in now. It's turning into a good battle. We're also at a meeting. The Visenland players got kind of sandwich, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's just the way nature of free-for-alls. When you get 3 players, one guy is going to be sort of double teamed at least. But I try to attack everyone. I'm trying to engage the cavalry of Stirland, as well as engage the main lines of the Visenland player, which is the Hashling and Slasher. What's this? This is my unit Grudgebringer cavalry, which I left in reserve. They're trying to chase down these handgunners to get a good charge off. That unit's probably going to be out of commission. The Knights are not doing well because I've been shelling my own men, but you're not going to beat pikes for the front without artillery support. He's got a full unit of Hunters of Sigmar, and some Demigryphs are not going to. They're destroying my general, which is the Volan's Venerators or Venators. Stirland and Visenland have got into a scrap here, and they're just a mess. There's great swords and there's Hell Huntings, Redeemers, and there's all sorts of units. I'm trying to target these known guards because they're not doing anything to me. The Stirling player isn't breaking through them. Getting our shot off on the great swords. Overshot there. My general's fighting demigryphs with halberds and he's just getting absolutely annihilated. What else is happening? My Grudgebringers got stuck into a melee fight with the handgunners. They're not doing too well because I think they got engaged by another cavalry unit, the Hunters of Sigmar. Aye, Hunters of Sigmar. They're fighting there. My Rico's Republican Guard are now advancing to take the field, take the fight to the enemy. I've left open all my archers though, and my Pizarros, so even get a good shot off before this charge. Did nothing. Demigryphs just too fast. Destroyed my Pizarro's Lost Legion of crossbows. Had the handgunners try to support fire on the crossbows. He's now went for that unit with the Inner Circle Knights and the demigryphs. Got another excellent charge off. Can't expect handgunners to hold their own against cavalry of that quality. My trebuchets are now down, so I'm just trying to mop up the infantry engagement. I had to advance and do something. I could have waited with the guard and my crossbows and shot them all to death, but I thought it'd be more cinematic if the Rico's Republican Guard were given the order to advance, and they just look so cool in their gold armour. It's just advancing, and they're just going to slaughter whatever these left support the Knights of Origio. The Knights of Origio have called for aid. There goes my general finally by the demigryphs, who was fighting for ages. I was trying to run them away, but the mercenary leader of, or the general of the Dogs of War has fallen. His men are somewhat demoralised because they're not going to get paid now. The great swords are killing these known guards, which are putting up quite a heroic fight, guarding their artillery, but they're about to get two waves of spears or pikemen ready to advance. So it's, I thought this was really cinematic, just advancing and we're sort of meeting in the middle. Just watch this, these great swords. Although one thing that I'm not sure it's been fixed is 1.5 is pikes. When they go out of formation they use their swords. I know there was a guy on the forums years ago that made a mod that made pikemen stay in formation with the pikes and no use the swords. I can't remember the guy's name, but it'll come to me eventually. But he built a mod that basically reduces the pike radius and it makes them stay in a compact formation and they can kill everything they engage. More of my guys have mopped up the stern towers here. He's still got cavalry left, but he's destroyed all my missile units with his demigryphs, so they're not coming back. There's a Knights of the Blazing Sun route in there as well. Demigryphs again, they're a very powerful unit. I think they've got about 7 HP, so they're very hard to kill. And he's going to do some hammer and anvils on my Rico's Republican Guard. I'm trying to turn them around and get them in formation, but they didn't want to drop their pikes. What else? It's very epic. I just love the look of the Dogs of War. They're probably the most aesthetically pleasing army for me. The Hunters of Sigmar have killed the Blazing Sun. As it comes in our charge from the halberds, demigryphs, our deadly charge at the fray, and he got 2 charges off there at once. He's got 1 unit at 5 and 1 unit at 4, so he's got about 9 total. So it's just my pikemen that are ready, so I'm going to try and form a little brick wall around this artillery to sort of soften up his charges. But fair play to Gerardo, he knows how to use demigryphs in these free-for-alls we've been playing. He's been doing very well with them. He's even beaten pikes, but they're out of formation right enough, so pikes out of formation are going to be easy pickings for the demigryphs as long as they cycle charges. At this point I think this unit was trying to target the general, or is it no, it's routing, sorry. That's why he managed to rout like a full half unit of Rico's Republican Guard, and there goes another glorious charge. I mean, fair play to Gerardo, the excellent cavalry micro of the demigryphs. Just mopping up the field. I had 3 full units of pikes and they'd done nothing against the demigryphs. The great swords have chased and routed. I think that's the last of Rico's Republican Guard. At this point I had like a few units left, but I just admitted defeat. It's nothing that was going to challenge him anyway. So Gerardo, I'd like to see the number of kills those demigryphs got. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more content of Beginning of the End Times, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'd like to thank you for watching.